I'm so excited for our next farmer storyteller because I've known her for a long time, and she truly is one of my favorite people. So please welcome back to the stage, Elle Gadient.
Hello, everyone. Did anyone else here grow up on a farm? Albert? Well, for those of you who did, it's a life of its own, as you know. I grew up on my family's farm in Iowa, and I'm proud to be a farm kid. This is my story. It's early morning, and like every day, my mom opens the blinds, and we watch the sunrise together, overlooking the cows waking up in the cornfield. The birds begin to chirp as the sun peeks over the horizon. Good morning. The cows are preparing to calve in the field behind the house, eating any corn left from harvest and munching on stalks. This is my favorite time of year. The days are getting longer and new life emerges all around. The songbirds return from their winter migration, buds form on the trees, and slowly, the dormancy of brown turns to green. I love that every day on the farm is full of excitement, renewal, and hard work. One cold and rainy evening, a cow is having trouble calving. As the sun sets, the rain turns to sleet. It's late by the time my parents pull the calf, and she is so weak. My dad warns me, this calf might not make it. A harsh reality I know well already at 10 years old. Poor little baby. We go to every length to try to save her, even bringing towels in from the dryer to warm her up. It's life or death. On the third day of nursing her to health, she is gaining strength. We saved her. Now is my time to shine. Bottle feeding her twice a day, she imprints on me instantly as the mother feeding her. My new baby is a light peachy color and so little. She reminds me of a deer, and I love her already. We name her Sugar Plum. It wasn't long before I was outlawed from bottle feeding Sugar Plum before school, because somehow time would get away from me, and there the school bus would go driving by while I was still out with Sugar Plum. Oops. Sugar Plum and I grew up together. By the time I was in junior high, she had joined the other cows out in the pasture down the road. And though she wasn't always outside my window, I would visit regularly, and she would come running to me across the pasture when I called her name. And I'd bring treats. Does anyone here like Fig Newtons? You and Sugar Plum have that in common. She loved Fig Newtons. My mom thought she was buying them for the family, and it turned out my dad and I were feeding them to Sugar Plum. Later, my mom discovered no one in our house liked Fig Newtons, and she was not going to continue buying them for a cow. Well, I adapted. Sugar Plum also loved stale cereal, granola bars, bread, but she wasn't a big fan of croissants. Not every cow is like Sugar Plum. And not everyday farming is Fig Newtons and sunshine. I watched my parents struggle, facing hardships and uncertainty. We lost animals to sickness. We faced extreme weather. Crops were damaged by droughts and floods. Even though we had a diversified farm and worked hard, really hard, sometimes we couldn't pay the bills. Both my parents also worked off the farm, so they could farm, meaning they slept very little. By the time I was in high school, I realized many people don't work this hard. Many people don't put this many hours in a day. I asked myself, is this the life I want to live? Is this my dream? Every day, every holiday, there's work to be done on a farm. Nothing is guaranteed in farm life. I'd have to be crazy to choose this way of life. Did you know some people sleep 8 hours at night? And get a paycheck every 2 weeks instead of a few times a year? I dreamt of adventure and a fulfilling career. Sugar Plum aged, and I moved off the farm to chase my dreams. My parents became her primary treat givers and caretakers. My life changed while hers remained the same, with only occasional visits from me. At 24, I was living the big city life in Denver, Colorado, working for Niman Ranch, supporting farm families, including my family back in Iowa, only now from afar. When Sugar Plum died, my mom broke the news to me over the phone. We enjoyed 14 years together. Sugar Plum's death taught me something. Being away from the farm didn't spare me the heartache. Distance didn't take away from my connection back to my home. In 2021, on a visit back to Iowa, my aunt set me up on a blind date with a man she met at a Christmas party. Her text message to me read, "I met your future husband, and he loves cows as much as you do." Believe it or not, she was right about both things. In 2024, Steve and I got married, and now we live on the farm he grew up on. Thank you. Can anyone guess what animals we raise? Cows, of course. We have a herd of cows of our own, and the past few weeks have been filled with the emotions of uncertainty, joy, and lack of sleep as we help our cows deliver and care for their baby calves. We farm, and I work for Niman Ranch supporting fellow farm families. Sometimes I get sleep, and more recently I don't because we're calving, and that's okay. It's all part of the crazy life of a farmer. In the evenings, we watch the beautiful sky as the sun sets over the horizon, not far from where my parents watched the same sunset. It won't be long before the songbirds return from their winter migration, buds form on the trees, and again, the dormancy of brown turns to green. This is the life we choose. This is our life on the farm.